Welcome to our channel, where we bring you the latest in gaming technology. Today, we're going to discuss the technology behind Unrecord, a first-person shooter game that puts players in the shoes of a police officer wearing a body cam. Here is the game named Unrecord, which was the biggest topic of discussion last week. When people first see it, they get confused whether it is a real image or a game, but it is actually a playable game. The creator claims that it does not create a character controversy like the previous game. I have previously talked about this game in one of my videos, as I was excited about its unique approach to FPS. However, at that time, the game did not create such a widespread discussion. Unrecord uses a combination of motion capture and body cam footage to create a realistic and immersive experience for players. The game developers worked closely with law enforcement professionals to ensure that the footage accurately reflected real-life situations. The developers had to ensure that the footage accurately reflected real-life situations and that the gameplay was challenging and engaging, while still being accessible to players of all skill levels. To create the realistic body cam footage, the developers used advanced motion capture technology. This allowed them to capture realistic movements and actions of a police officer in different situations. They also used cutting-edge video processing techniques to make the footage look as realistic as possible. In addition to the body cam footage, the developers used advanced artificial intelligence to create realistic enemy behavior. The enemies in the game react to the player's actions and movements, adding an extra layer of challenge to the gameplay. Unrecord also features realistic weapons and equipment, adding to the overall realism of the game. The developers worked with law enforcement professionals to ensure that the weapons and equipment were accurate and true to life.
As game players, we will make some decisions that will affect both the game and the action, so our choices are important. It is stated that the story is full of surprises and inspired by many crime and murder novels, so we have a hardcore story with an FPS game in front of us. Now, how does it work? How will the conflicts be? When we enter, it will be a matter of killing or being killed by the enemy. It is very likely that we will start over with every mistake we make because they have mentioned that not every place is available in the game. Here, my own guess about the features is that when we enter a section, we will not know exactly where the enemies are. We will try to understand where the enemies will appear. We will encounter a foe and die, but we will have learned where it was, so we will be more prepared for the next encounter, and we will develop our tactics accordingly, like a chess game. Along with this tactical situation, being able to aim accurately is also crucial because there is no gameplay that allows me to see the sights. The producers say that they have developed an original aiming system for the game, where the hands are free and the aiming is more precise but realistic. This might have reminded you of a fully immersive virtual reality game where you wear a headset and control your character's movements with your hands, but it's not like that. This game is played with a keyboard and mouse, which brings us to a point of discussion. Is this game real? Since the game video was released, the question that has divided the internet into two is exactly this. Some people argue that this cannot be real, while others argue that it is very likely to be real. Unrecord is a game that pushes the boundaries of what is possible in terms of realism and immersion. The developers used advanced motion capture, video processing, and artificial intelligence to create a truly unique and engaging experience for players. If you're a fan of first-person shooter games or just looking for something new and innovative, Unrecord is definitely worth checking out.